Welcome to DU Digimon. Hello and welcome to DU Digimon and welcome to another deck profile. If you're liking this content, please make sure to like, subscribe and ding that notification bell so you're not missing out on the latest content. Now you'll notice that I am at the top of the frame and back in a while ago when we were doing deck profiles, this means we're not looking at my deck, and that is exactly the case today. Joining me today from the team is Dane. Dane, would you like to say hello?
Hello.
There you go. Succinct. Nice. Right, what deck are we looking at today, Dane?
We're looking at Beelzemon. Well, we're looking at it again, but we won't go into that.
Yeah, we're looking at it again. Basically, we had a request.
You don't need to tell them.
No, we're an honest team. We've got to discuss our cock-ups. So basically, we had a request for Beelzemon like 3 months ago by a guy who I believe it's either Jupiter VT or Juniper VT. It's two very different names. One is a berry, one is a planet. I can't remember exactly which. I probably should have noted down. Apologies if you're watching. And we filmed this about, what was it, a month ago, 2 months ago?
I don't know. Time is nebulous.
It was back in the BT16 tournament format. But we filmed it, and both of us got our ban list stuff wrong when it came to one of the Impmons. So we then binned that, waited a bit until EX06 when we've got technically some updates to this deck.
Yes.
And now we're back here again. And Beelzemon is definitely not a deck that I own. Dane owns it. So he's doing the profile. So Dane, if you want to take us away.
So let's start with the eggs for everyone's favourite waifu, Beelzemon. Okay, so we... it's mainly,
favourite leather waifu.
Oh yes, very much so. Yes, so we start off with the starter deck, which was what pushed Beelzemon into a big thing in the meta. It was very, very powerful.
For sure.
A lot of people enjoyed it, and it still is up there. It's not as played as much, but people still enjoy it. So we have the Yamon ST14. When attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Wizard, Demon Lord in its traits, trash 2. Just basic, simple, because this deck is high risk, high reward, trash, do stuff. Now, let's go on to our level 3s. I start off with 3 of the starter deck Impmons. Free cost, when attacking, if you have 20 cards in your trash, you may Digivolve into a Beelzemon from your trash for the Digievolution cost of 3. So he's a good late game Digivolve into a high level, trash extra, blow stuff up, or with the new tech, Digivolve, which we'll get into soon. And his when attacking, when the card is trashed from your deck, delete one of your opponent's level 3. Not the best inheritable, but,
does the job.
He does what he wants to do. Put you there. And we have 2, a lot of people play them at 1, but I actually like this guy a lot, of the BT2, my apologies, Impmon. On deletion, trash the top 3 cards of your deck. So just if he dies, or if you delete him yourself via some magical means, he'll continue to trash. And that's what you want to do, fast trashing, very good early game, maybe even a bit later game when you're trying to push up to that final point. And then we also have the EX2, who is a limited card Impmon, as you can see. So his effect is when trashed from the deck, if it wasn't by its own effect, you trash a further 3. So he's a very good combo card. His on-play is to reveal the top 4 of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with Beelzemon in its name, or 1 Iron Markle. He also has the inheritable to give a 2000 DP boost. So he's very good in all situations, but you mainly want him to be trashed. You want him in your garbage. Then there's one of the BT6 Impmon, who just says on-play, trash card in your hand, and then if you do, return 1 Digimon card with 7 Great Demon Lords or 3 Musketeers to your hand or trash. Just a way of getting a piece back if you need to. Not majorly useful, but good for recovery if you don't have out a lot of your Rival's Barrage. Then, of course, there is the BT12, 4 of these. Impmon X Antibodies, who has a on-play and when Digivolve effect, by trashing 1 option card, you may return 1 Digimon card with the Wizard or Demon Lord traits from your hand from your trash to your hand. Then the when attacking, trash 2 cards. So you very much want him in your stack, even if you're not Digivolving on top of him. So, and that's 4. And there goes the level 3s. You notice there's a lot of them because you want a lot of your little Impmons in trash or to be played or to evolve up onto. And a lot of the early points of this deck was to play less of the evolutions, more of the high end, but its balance changed a little bit, as you will see. Onto our level 4s, we have 4 of the promotional Wizardmons, who was included in the starter deck. When trashed from the deck, he gives you 1 memory. He starts off a very familiar cycle. If you ever went up against Beelzemon, where you go gain memory, oh god, they're doing this.
Genuinely, people can get trauma from this deck from hearing that phrase. Just trash game 1, trash game 1, trash game 1. It's so funny.
And then he also has his when attacking effect in the Inheritable, where you may reveal 1 purple card in your hand and place it to the top of your deck. This is where you stack your trash when you know what's happening in order to continue on the trauma. Then we have 4 of the Wizardmon X antibodies from BT12. Cost 0 from Wizardmon. When Digivolving, trash top 2 cards of your deck. If Wizardmon or X antibody is in his traits, gain blocker. And he also has the Inheritable, trash 2 cards from your deck. Just to add in more to the level 4s and also just to add in that extra trashing and extra draw if you do the correct stack. Then, for me, I just added 1 Witchmon. Pretty new, just nerd 2, trash top 3 of your deck, just to add in more trashing power and to add a little bit more to the numbers on your level 4s. The Inheritable is just gives a Wizard or Demon Lord 2k DP. So, not really needed because Beelzemon pop stuff, but, still nice to have. Now on to the level 5s, and this is where there has been a bit of an increase compared to the usual because of the following effects. So we have 3 of the BT10 Balmons. When attacking, trash 3 cards from the top of your deck. So he's very much just trash when attacking. Then gains the on-deletion effect. If you have 10 or more cards in your trash, you may play 1 Beelzemon from your trash without paying its cost. And this is what plays into the new stuff, which we'll go into. It's a very nice effect. You lose a stack, but you gain a Beelzemon. Very nice. Then we have 3 of the Balmons from the starter deck. When Digivolving, trash 3 cards in your deck. If you're seeing the pattern, good on you.
Yeah,
we are. And then when Digivolving, he gains on deletion. If there are 10 or more cards in your trash, you may play 1 Beelzemon from your trash without paying the cost until the end of your opponent's turn, and has the Inheritable when your Wizard or Demon Lord gain 2000 DP. Now, with a lot of the meta lately, it seems like everything pops everything else, where every turn it feels like the board's being wiped and then built up again. So this adds in a nice little way of either they're going to stop you or you delete you and you pull out a bigger boy to go on there. And to round off, we have 1 of the Balmon X antibodies from BT12. So 0 on a Balmon. Return 1 X antibody from your trash to your hand. Not too bad. Then when Digivolving, trash top 3 cards of your deck. The Digimon has Beelzemon or X antibody. No, Balmon, my apologies. I've just got Beelzemon on the brain, I'm afraid.
Who doesn't?
It's stupid.
It's the leather.
Stupid, sexy Beelzemon.
stupid, sexy Beelzemon.
Then delete 1 of your opponent's level 4 or lower. So just a nice way of popping. And then, of course, the Inheritable, 2000 DP, making some big boys. Now, we talked about them, we've hyped them up. Here we have the first of the Beelzemons. We have the starter deck Beelzemon, who was in bigger numbers initially, but he's been dropped down to 2 for me. Some people play him at 1, I still like to have him at 2. So, trash top 4 cards of your deck when Digivolving, which is nice, adds into the building up the number in your trash. Then, all turns, when the card is trashed from your deck, gain 1 memory for every 10 cards in your trash. So it's once per turn, but that's all turns. And apparently I've been playing wrong because that just says all turns, you can just keep doing it.
I mean, I guess so. Yeah. All turns. Yeah. I guess it just makes sense. I mean, we don't need to know our own decks, do we?
No.
I seldom know mine.
Well, at this point, consider why you're watching this video. Anyway, your last effect, your turn. When a card is trashed from your deck, this Digimon gains +1 security attack for the turn, which is quite nice, quite aggressive, adds into the thing. Then we have 2 of the EX2 Beelzemon, who has the when trash from the deck, for you may play 1 Impmon from your trash without paying its cost. So he's very good at getting stuff back out the trash. Then when digivolving and when attacking, and this isn't once per turn, you may trash the top 2 cards of your deck, then delete one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon. For every 10 cards in your trash, add 1 to the maximum level this Digimon can choose to delete. So very fun, very nice for clearing the board, and not too excessive endgame when you're running out of deck to trash. And now we have the new Beezles, the 7 Demon Lord Beezles, who, although it's not intended for the deck, still adds in something very nice for it. So EX06, he has Rush, and an on-player when digivolving effect. So on-player when digivolving, trash top 4 cards of your deck. Then if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, de-digivolve 2 one of your opponent's Digimon. So very nice in combination with the Balmons. Comes out, has Rush, can swing, and de-digivolve 2. I play him at 2, much like the EX2 one, and it makes a nice little combination. So you've got a Beelzemon for all seasons, which something I think we can all agree.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And now we go on to our higher levels. We have the 2 of the Beelzemon's X antibodies. This is still a very important card to the deck. Digivolve 1 from Beelzemon. And when digivolving, if this Digimon has Beelzemon or X antibody in its Digivolution cards, trash top card, opponent's security stack for every 10 cards in your trash. So this is very much a game ender, where you can digivolve into him, trash the rest of it depending on the security, and then just go in for a swing. He also has the on deletion. You may play 1 Digimon card with Impmon instant from your trash without paying its cost. So even if you get rid of him, Impmon's back, and he's probably not going to do anything, because if you get rid of him, we play him 2 and dropped him down to 1, but he's still very much a game-ending card. We have the starter deck, Beelzemon Blast Mode. So when he is trashed from your deck, you delete one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon, then you, for every 10 cards, you increase the level by 1. So if you trash him, he can delete your thing just from doing what you're doing. Then when digivolving, unsuspend this Digimon, then if you have 20 cards more in your trash, gain free memory. So you're essentially evolving him to 1 once you're over 20, and he can be very much a game finisher. So the reason you play them is just to finish the game.
For sure.
And in this deck, you don't play many tamers, but the one I would say is a necessity, where I play 3 I and Marco from the starter deck. On play, it's a reveal 4, add 1 Digimon card with Evil, Wizard, or Demon Lord, trade among them to your hand, place the rest at the top or bottom of your deck, in any order. Oh, in any order. How fun. And at the bottom of the deck, of course. When one of your Digimon digivolves into a purple Digimon by suspend this tamer, return 1 card to the top of your deck and gain 1 memory. So it's very much part of the cycle. You digivolve, gain a memory, place a card on there, trash the card, gain a memory, and you're stacking the deck to hurt people.
Yeah, and because you've got so much kind of memory gain in this, it's not like you need a memory tamer or anything like that. Like the iMarco basically does that job for you, doesn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. As well as the Wizardmons and some of the options which will be coming up. I play 2 Miss Memory Boosts. I'm keeping in with the theme there. Miss Memory Boost, very simple. Trash 2, draw 1, gain 2 memory. That's what you want in a lot of purple decks, is the trashing. I still play 4 of Death Slinger. When trashed from the deck, gain 1 memory. I know you could probably play it at less. However, I don't know. I debated changing in with the trainings, but I kind of like this setup. I like the memory gain and the option to blow something up, which is delete one of your opponent's Digimon 4 or lower Digimon, and every 10 cards add 1. So the end of the, if it's getting near the end of the game, I can blow up some level 6s and then at least buy some time. Whereas trainings, but it's, if you want to mix it up, it's your deck. Enjoy the game. That's why you're watching this video.
For sure. I mean to be fair, the any sort of deck profile you've got to take into consideration is always just a guide. You know, you guys always build things to how you guys think you should have them. You know, I always say deck profiles on this channel are as much a point for you guys to learn from us as it is for us to learn from you. So, you know, just play the ratios how you like them. Dane is very much enjoying Deathslinger at 4, I think that's a good idea, to be fair, because it's both a resource generator and a control tool, so I think that's a great idea.
Then we have one 7-4 cluster. Now, this is a fun little one where you want it in your trash, because then when you Digivolve into Beelzemon X Antibody, you return the card to the bottom of your deck and delete one of your opponent's Digimon at the lowest level, and then you can play it just to delete a Digimon, but it's a 7 cost. And it's a nice just little thing of going into X Antibody and removing a body if they had a blocker on board, just so that you can end that swing. So it's often just played at 1. And speaking of other ban cards which I've added, Calling from the Darkness. Delete one of your Digimon, then return 2 purple Digimon cards from your trash to your hand, 1 cost. Because this is horrible,
Yep.
it is at 1. However, I'm using it as a way to purposely pop my level 5s if I want to get out of Beelzemon for the fun of it. And it returns stuff, which is fun. Then I've dropped these to 2, which is, like mentioned before, Rivals Barrage. When trashed, it gets put into your battle area and allows you to turn 1 purple Digimon or Tamer card to your hand. It's a 7 cost, and its main effect is just to delete your opponent's Digimon with the highest level. Simple, does what it does. And then to round things off, 1 X Antibody. Just for if for whatever reason I don't go directly into a Beelzemon and then have to go into X Antibody, I can slip that under, do X Antibody stuff. You know what X Antibody is.
Yeah, and X Antibody stuff is always useful. Well, thank you, Dane. That is the profile there. Obviously, if there's anything that you guys are taking away from this one, obviously let us know in the comments below. If there's anything you think, Dane could be playing instead, also let us know. Like I say, we want to learn as much from you guys as you guys possibly learn from us. So, just let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, number one answer, trainings.
Yeah, I mean, trainings, but maybe purple memory boosts. It's all up to personal taste. But everyone enjoys their leather daddy Beelzemon in their own way. But like I say, subscribe, ding that notification bell so you're not missing out on the next bit of content. Dane will be bringing out another deck profile we're going to be filming that almost immediately after this. But we'll be doing another deck profile Wednesday, which is going to be Shakamon, which we'll be filming pretty much in the next 5 minutes. But until next time, guys, keep it digital.
Unless we do it wrong.
Unless we do it wrong. Keep it digital, guys.
Bye.